It's an absolute pleasure to be back here in Kenya.
The conference brings together different nationalities, with Africans topping the charts with a massive over 60% attendance. It is for this reason that the local brands were at the center of the day's deliberations, with the key question being, how do you grow a strong local brand?
Brands are very, very important to Africa. A lot of Africans understand brands. They've seen Coca-Cola, they've seen Hilton, they've seen all these brands, and they aspire to these sort of brands and the benefits that they bring. What we've seen recently over the last few years is African brands are taking over, and they're starting to really come in. What it means is it's the same things that you need for all brands. So you need integrity, you need a story that it sells. So when you walk into a Latitude hotel, you know what you're going to find. It's going to be a unique hotel, it's going to be really well run, you're going to be spoiled. If you run into a Hilton, you know exactly what you're going to get. It's exactly the same for an African brand. You've got to give that consistency, even if it's not a consistency of product, it's got to be a consistency of service.
The current managing director.
While many businesses fail to recognize the economic value that a local aspect adds to a business, Paul Mack, Director Latitude Hotels, says for any business to thrive in Africa, it is to be built on the foundation of Africa and Africans.
If you want to build a local brand, it has to be locally owned and locally operated, and you need to make sure that that is driven from the ground up. So all your employees need to understand what you're trying to do and where you're trying to go with the business.
Welcome to Kenya.
With international brands setting base on the African continent and local brands having limited financial muscle to flex against their international competitors, David Harper, Director Leisure Property Services Limited, says local brands must devise their own unique value propositions.
The key issue that we have in Africa is an awful lot of the times that most of the hotels that are built are business hotels. And a business hotel, my secretary might book it for me, and she might see the Marriott name, think that's safer than Serena. Hopefully that will change, and it comes with time, it comes with marketing, and it comes with the flags. However many hotels you've got around the continent, people know you better. So it's a time thing, but it's also a quality thing. As long as you keep providing the service that you've promised, the brand will grow and people will recognise it. And soon we've got Serenas all over the world. Well, not all over the world, but they're not just in Africa. Started as an African brand, it's now a pan-continental brand.
A couple of things are quite important.
The future prospects of the African hospitality space are promising. According to Thomas Emmanuel, Director Business Development STR, all indicators are pointing towards the right direction, which translates to growth for the sector.
If you look around this conference, the African Hotel Investment Forum, all of the major global operators are here. There are many announcements from the likes of Accor, Marriott, Hyatt, Intercontinental Hotels Group, Radisson, all expressing their interest to really increase their pipeline across Africa. And we're seeing that with the increase in flight connectivity, the rise of the African airline brands, the rise of the African middle class as well. It really is a continent, I think, with plenty of potential for the future, and with these big hotel brands really putting a lot of focus on the continent, I think it really does underline investment sentiment being strong across Africa.
They're such a special part.
As curtains are drawn on day one of the Africa Hotels Investment Forum, it is paramount for the stakeholders to reevaluate their strategies in order to build formidable African brands that resonate with Africans and with them reap huge economic benefits.